to do it louder, so boy, I did. Anyway, there you go. This meeting of the Committee on Government Accountability is now in session. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Senator Esslinger.
Here.
Senator Senator Brown. Here. Senator Beck. Here. Senator Black. Here. Senator Crawford. Here. Senator Mosley. Here. Senator Trent. You have established a quorum.
Thank you. I now move, so we have a quorum, so I now move that we go into executive session. Do I have a second? Second. Thank you. I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. We are in executive session. So now I move that we bring Senate Bill 168 before the committee. Do I have a second? Second. Thank you. The bill is before the committee. I have Senate committee substitute, and first off, I'd like for the sponsor of the bill to. Oh, I have a Senate committee substitute, and I move that we adopt the Senate committee substitute for Senate Bill 168. Do I have a second? Second. Thank you. The substitute was distributed to your offices before spring break and was resent on Friday. Senator Brown, would you like to explain your bill, or the substitute?
Yeah, first of all, I want to say I'm thankful in the Department of Health and Senior Services and Ben over there for working with us closely. And there's a lot of long conversations and back and forth to get a bill that both the department's comfortable with, that strikes that right balance between maintaining a separation of powers, some kind of legislative oversight, while still allowing DHSS and our government to address any imminent public health crisis. I think that where we got to a place, it's the right balance for three reasons. It allows DHS to step in and issue orders as needed, which varied when they were more restricted in the original version. That opened up and gave them their full order-making ability at the state level. It also allows local governments to institute health policies through their normal legislative process. And number three, it prevents a lot of the miscommunication, confusion, and finger-pointing that occurred during the last pandemic, because a lot of times people didn't understand where the orders were coming from. You'd have parents go to the school board complaining about a policy, and they would point to the county, and then they go to the county would point to the DHSS. This ensures that it's clear-cut that when you have a public health order coming through, that it's by people that are experts in their field coming at the state level. And I think that it will help build the foundation of restoring that trust in our public health officials, which I think was kind of broken down a little bit over the last few years.
Okay. Thank you for that explanation, Senator Brown. So now we have discussion on the adoption of the substitute. Senator Trent.
Just a brief comment. I've had a few concerns expressed by some of my Class 3 counties about how this would impact their ability to respond to a public health emergency or just kind of their day-to-day operations even. So I'm still going to be a yes on this, but really hope that we can work on this a little bit more as it goes to the floor and make sure that there are no unintended consequences. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Senator Black.
Yes, thank you. My discussion is similar, and it seems strange probably to hear this, but there's also been one of my counties that a court proceeding occurred, and I've got to make sure that county, after the circuit court, what ruling they made for this county in my district, that we somehow don't have unintended consequences to those. And I've spoke with Senator Brown about it. We'll make sure that this is taken care of before we're done. Thank you.
And I'll echo those comments. I have heard directly from one of my counties that has a very large tourism industry with hotels and restaurants, and they are, concerned that they would be not have the opportunity to ensure a safe experience for folks who travel to our town. And I know that they've had opportunity to work with you and have nothing but thank yous to them, that you are very good to work with, and I do believe that we'll get to a place where this does not have unintended consequences.
Yeah, I'll just say that, I've worked with Becerra, who works with the LPHAs, and I think that we're very close, and that I don't think this is the be-all, end-all. I think that we are going to continue to work forward, and she's been great about corresponding between the people that she represents, and we're going to make sure that we have a solution that finds that right balance, particularly in the Class 3 counties that's under that 70% threshold, to ensure that it's covered no matter what level of government we're at.
Any other discussion? All right, seeing none. All those in favor of adopting the Senate committee substitute say aye. Aye. All opposed, nay. The The ayes have it. You have adopted the Senate Committee substitute. Now I move that we do pass Senate Committee substitute Senate Bill 168. Do I have a second? Thank you. Any further discussion on the do pass motion? Seeing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Senator Esslinger,
Yes.
Senator Brown, Senator Beck, Senator Black,
Aye.
Senator Crawford, Senator Mosley, Senator Trent.
By your vote of 5 to 2, you have voted do pass on Senate Committee substitute Senate Bill 168. Okay, now that brings to us Senate Bill 184. I move that we bring Senate Bill 184 before the committee. Do I have a second? Thank you. The bill is before the, I've received a second. The bill is before the committee. I have a Senate Committee substitute, and I move that we adopt Senate Committee substitute for Senate Bill 184. Do I have a second? Thank you. The substitute was distributed to your offices before spring break, and it was also resent on Friday. This committee substitute differs from the one presented before committee to ensure that cafeteria contributions will be counted toward the employer-provided child care tax credit. And that's the only difference in this particular committee substitute from the one that was presented to you during the hearing. Okay? So, discussion on the adoption of the substitute. Seeing none, all those in favor of adopting the Senate Committee substitute say aye. All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. If you have now adopted the Senate Committee substitute. I now move that we do pass Senate Committee substitute Senate Bill 184. Do I have a second? Thank you. Any further discussion on the do pass motion? Seeing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Senator Esslinger,
Aye.
Senator Brown, Senator Beck, Senator Black, Senator Crawford, Senator Mosley, Senator Trent.
By your vote of 6 to 1, you have voted do pass on Senate Committee substitute Senate Bill 184. And now that I see no further business coming before the committee, I make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second? Second. Thank you. I have a second. We are adjourned. Now, this won't be as loud.